Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night 5. In this episode, we are going over um, 5 favorite uh, celebrity guests I've met at Spooky Empire. So, before I met my wife, wasn't really a big convention guy. Didn't go to a lot of conventions that much. Didn't go to any, really. And I still don't. The only main one I go to is the one that my wife and I have been going to since, what was it, since either 20, what the hell, was it 2014 or 2015? It was one of the two. When we first started, when we went to our first one, I can't remember which one. You know what? Nope. Back up. It was probably 2013. It was either 2013 or 2014 that we went to. And because in 2015 we went again, and okay, yeah, I remember now. Nevertheless, Spooky Empire has become like a Halloween time tradition for us. If we don't go to Old Town, if there's a convention during Halloween weekend, that's where we'll be at. And turns out that day one of Spooky Empire this year falls on Halloween, so that's where we'll be Friday night, October 31st, at the Hyatt Regency for Spooky Orlando 2025. Or Spooky Empire in Orlando 2025. So, while we haven't met like a lot of people, all the people we have met have been nothing but awesome and nice to us and everything. Like, we haven't got pictures with everybody, but we've met people as well, you know. But these are specifically the people that we've taken pictures with in this countdown, because, yeah, why not? So, yeah. So without further ado, here is number 5. You know, in my head, as I'm thinking about this, I think there's only I can count on barely one hand. Well, no, obviously, I can count on 2 hands how many people we've gotten pictures with or met, per se, at the times we've gone to Spooky. You know, so, and actually gotten pictures with. So the ones we do, the ones I don't mention, they'll be honorable mentions. Why not? Nevertheless, number 5 is, by the way, my mic decided to crap out in the last minute, so sorry. Jason Mewes. One half of Jay and Silent Bob. Could have been nicer. Very down to earth, cool dude. You know. This was Christ, when was this? I want to say 2014. I keep wanting to say, hold on. Sorry, I just had to go back and check. So yeah, I can confirm that 2013 was Jasmine and I's first year that we went to Spooky Empire. And I saw Jason Mewes. Got a nice picture with him, like you saw here. We didn't do any pro photos that trip. That time we did just photos of people's tables, or where they were standing at the time. And it was our first time. We didn't know anything about the pro photo. You know what though? That year, I believe, what was it? One of it wasn't Gene Simmons. I think it was Ace Frehley was there as well, and he had his own room. It might have been Gene Simmons actually. I really wanted to, meet him, but the line for his thing, he had his own. He legitimate had his own like room, to meet him, and it was always crowded and stuff. So we never had a chance to go in that line, but. But yeah, definitely Jason. So Jason Mewes was but I did meet another musician who was on the list coming up a little bit later. But Jason Mewes, one half of Jay and Silent Bob would have said he, like I said, couldn't have been nicer. Very cool. I have yet to meet Kevin Smith. I'd like to meet Kevin Smith. That would be pretty cool. I know they have this thing in Chicago called Chronicon. I'm not a big. I mean, I don't partake, but I get it. But I wouldn't mind going one year. This is in my hometown, Chicago. So, but just to meet the other half. Because then I can say I met both Jay and Silent Bob in my lifetime. But I believe I got my brother an 8x10 signed because I know he was a big Jay and Silent Bob guy. So yeah, I had the 8x10 signed to him, and I would get another one later that evening from this guy. Number 4, Dee Snider. That is a musician that I met, that we met at this at our first Spooky Empire convention. Big Twisted Metal fan. Oh my God, I can't fucking talk. Big Twisted Sister fan. I had Twisted Metal on the brain for some reason. It was a great show on Peacock and a game. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest you do. Cheap plug. But Twisted fucking Sister is the band that Dee Snider is from, obviously. I mean, I'm saying it as if you don't know. He's another guy that just couldn't have been cooler. I had to tell him. Yeah, I know it's a Halloween convention. My wife actually asked him something about one of the movies he was in and how long it took to put on the makeup and stuff that he did for that movie. Don't ask me which one. I can't remember. Sorry. But I, on the other hand, mentioned how much I enjoy his Christmas album, which is true. Twisted Sister, Twisted Christmas is a banger of an album, and I'm a big Christmas guy, so I had to let him know. I'm like, thank you for finally doing a metal Christmas album. I appreciate it. Because now that you've done it, we've got more since he's done it. So, very nice. Very nice. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, and by the way, go to the pictures again. So, for those wondering, this was, people dress up at these conventions. This year for Halloween, for whatever reason, Jasmine and I decided to do like a devil and like an angel of death sort of thing with her. So she was like a black angel, hence the black halo and the wings, and I was supposed to be the devil. And as you can tell, in the horns and in my wig. So the inspiration for that look came from Jeff Scott Soto after seeing him on the Beethoven's Last Night tour. He was Mephistopheles. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Beethoven's Last Night by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and you'll get the fucking, he's the devil, obviously. But he was, he wore this nice black suit with a red dress shirt, and it was really cool. So that was my inspiration for that. That's why I decided to use the black wig too that I had, So I just added the horns because I don't think he had the horns. So shout out to Jeff Soto. But anyway, yeah. So D turned have been cooler. A lot of these interactions weren't too long as well, but for what it's worth, it was really cool to be able to meet him. And he didn't mind that I asked him about the prison. He liked that I asked about it. Actually, he said, he said thank you for liking it and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Number 3. I'm realizing now that I unintentionally put these in the order of the years that we have went. Sorry, but from 2015, the legend himself, Burt Reynolds. Okay, 2 things. 1, me and my friend Dredd went to meet Mr. Burt Reynolds in the Pro Photo Op. Okay? Very, very minimal interaction when you do the Pro Photo Ops. They just want to get you in and out, right? We did get a pretty funny dialogue from Mr. Reynolds. We we shook his hand, and I think it was Dredd's hands that were really cold. So as we're taking the picture, we hear him say, "Your hands are really cold." And that was it. That was the interaction we've had with Burt Reynolds. My friend Red's hands were cold, but the pictures turned out so iconic. And by the way, I don't know if you can tell, but there's the hat I'm wearing in the picture is from the time that me, Dredge, and a bunch of other guys took what was called a mancation. It was a vacation of just the men, and we went to Jupiter, Florida, to the Burt Reynolds Institute and Museum for that weekend, Memorial Day weekend of 2012. Yeah, I think that was 2012's trip. Oh, so good, so good, so much fun. I miss mancations. I can't speak today, folks. I apologize, but yeah. So, legendary Burt Reynolds, may he rest in peace. Glad I got to meet him, albeit for a few seconds. And I love the fact that his words of wisdom were that my friend's hands were cold. That was just icing on the cake. Number 2 and number 1, and I'm not gonna. Well, no, we'll get to number 2 first. What I was gonna say was number 2 and 1 are from the same year, as well. Not 2015, but the most recent year that we've done, 2023. Big Daddy Cool, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash. Avid wrestling fan that I am. The man was at Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Live 11. Did not get a picture with him there. Regretted it ever since. Had to take a picture with him at Spooky Empire that year. I had my NWO shirt on when we met him. I'll never forget. If you know from based on previous episodes with me meeting wrestlers, I have a track record of saying stupid shit. So, needless to say, I go around the table to take a picture with him, and he stands up, right? So I'm standing there. I'm standing, mind you. I'm standing there, and he stands up, and I just look up. This son of a bitch is tall. I go, holy shit, you're tall. No shit, Sherlock. Anyways, the picture turned out great. I got a signed 8x10. And it couldn't have been, again, not, couldn't have been a more chill guy, So glad I had to meet him. The only other wrestler I had to meet at one of these conventions was George the Animal Steel, but that isn't true because I also met, that same year, the Demon, from Dale Torborg from WCW. That same day, actually. I think it was that same day because, we were in the same clothes. So that'll be a honorable mention there. But, when we met George, we didn't take a picture with him. We just had to talk to him a little bit. And he was a lovely man, believe it or not, for someone called George the Animal Steel. But no, he was really cool. We talked to him about his role in Ed Wood, working with Johnny Depp. He had nothing but nice things to say about Johnny, which made me happy because I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. So he was a very nice man. Got to meet his wife too. They were very nice people. Another legend I miss, dearly, George Animal Steel. But guys, so far now, this is a so far list. What I mean by a so far list is because we're going again to Spooky Empire. So this list could change at this event with who we're going to meet, who we're planning on meeting. We'll see. I don't know yet because they haven't quite announced everyone yet. There's one main guy I want to see, but maybe we'll see others. We're not sure yet. We'll work things out on the fly. I will say the other honorable mentions that we've gotten pictures with, besides the picture I showed you with the Demon, me and my wife saw Mito Hughes in 2015 from Wes Craven's New Nightmare and Pet Sematary and Full House. That's what I mainly knew. That's why I first knew him from. He was a kid in Full House. Oh, and then Kindergarten Cop. His was a pro photo op as well. Cool interaction there when he saw both of us dressed up as Freddy Krueger's. He said, "Oh man, I just had to deal with one Freddy Krueger, not two of them, he wasn't used to. He barely fended off one Freddy Krueger, let alone two. That's what he was. That's something along those lines. So that was pretty cool. He was a nice dude. And then the year we met Kevin Nash and Dale Torborg, we met Snake and Rachel from Skid Row. So that was cool. The wife, that was for the wife. She's a big Skid Row fan, so happy to do that for her and let her have that interaction she did with them. But, and I kind of gave it away. Actually, one other quick shout out to my girl Elvira, Cassandra Peterson. That year, 2023, which was, by the way, my 40th birthday weekend that time. So that was a very special weekend to me. It happened during my 40th birthday weekend, so that was pretty cool. But we met her, no picture, nothing, but I did have her sign the picture that we did meet at from 1997. And I'll post that picture here. Signed picture. So she had to sign that, and I'd have to tell her the story about that picture and when it was from and everything. So that was fun to do, and that was pretty cool. Other than that, now we can get to number one. And I almost kind of gave it away already. And I may have mentioned it before on the show. But my number one favorite celebrity guest that I met at Spooky Empire is Freddy Krueger himself, Robert England. Best pro photo op we've ever done. Let me tell you. OMG. It was incredible. Robert knew what he told us where to stand. He told us what to do. We were dressed like Freddy with our vests and our gloves and the hats. We just didn't do the makeup this time. But he was in the middle. He told, I mean, you see the picture. He told us how to, now the funny thing is with this, a couple things was, first of all, unlike our gloves, his shit was real. The real fucking deal. He touched my bat with it. He didn't scratch. He patted it. It was fun. It fucking stabbed me almost. Like it fucking hurt a little bit. It didn't he didn't deliberately, no. It was just nice tap on the shoulder. But with the glove hand, it was like I'm like ah. I always winced in pain, but I didn't want to be like a little bitch. So I'm like I did it like a man. But anyway, we took the picture. He tells us, lean back and everything. So that the end result is what you see with this picture. When we got the picture printed and we saw the picture, when we left, by the way, just as we were leaving, Robert tells me, he goes, "That's our album cover," and that's so, that popped me. And so when we saw the picture, oh my God, I'm like, that's the greatest picture in the history of ever that we've ever taken with any celebrity. He could not have been any cooler. Granted, it was only, like I said, the pro photo ops, he did a few seconds. You try to meet him at the table, which, by the way, you do try to meet him at the table. He was swamped all weekend. We could not meet him. We wanted to. Heather Landenkamp was there, too. We kind of wanted to meet her, but she was always swamped. We were lucky enough to meet Elvira again. Cassandra Peterson, her table was swamped as well. But we waited for that because I had a mission. I was on a mission, damn it. I wanted my picture signed from her. So that's what we did. But yeah, you only need a few seconds of interaction, during the photo shoots. That's all we needed, really. It was just those few seconds, and just how he was so nice, and just the thing he said at the end. Oh, that's our photo album. That's our album cover. That's pretty cool. He was so quick with it and everything. It was just so good. So good. And that's one of the reasons why I'll always love this convention that we go to every year. This year, they got the, Terrifier, the guy who plays Alt the Clown. Name's escaping me right now. But, him there. We're going to have Chris Jericho there. That's the big one I'm trying to meet this year, is Chris Jericho. Never met him. Seen him live at Fozzy concert once. Never got to meet him in person. And of course I've seen him wrestle a couple times too. But never got to meet him. So I'm hoping we got to meet him coming on this end of this month. So other than that, yeah, that about does it for this episode of Saturday Night 5. So thank you for watching Saturday Night 5. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. See ya!